Welcome back to Game Hive Score. We're a little bit into the series at this point. I believe we are up to episode 9 for this particular series, and that series would be Astro Colony. So this is our setup so far. I'm just going to ride past it real quick where you can take a good look. While I'm in this section, the one thing to be careful of is, remember, in our earlier episode, we found out that these astronauts that are on strike, it's a hunger strike because I ain't been feeding them. They don't die either, by the way, or at least not in the early access version. They do not like walking over the floor lights for whatever reason. I hope they fix that. They just don't have good pathing on the floor lights, and yeah, we had them trapped there for a while in one of the previous episodes. Then we removed the floor light right here, and they were able to go into the rest of the raft here and do what needs to be done and trained and stuff. Now this again is a temporary setup. I don't want to keep all this right here in this area, and I am going to move it to somewhere else eventually. The next section is the water section. We'll probably be moving that somewhere else as well, but right now this appears to be a really good setup. Got our oxygen generators on each side. Not that we really need two, but one doesn't produce anything. The other one produces oxygen containers, which get sent into here. Well, this one produces oxygen containers too, but we use those. And then of course your hydrogen generators, or hydro generators. They, as you can see, they produce this for the astronauts. Stone blocks, which we don't have a lot of dirt yet, but they be careful. Those stone blocks use a lot of water, which we are currently in the process of harvesting, which reminds me, I want to show you this. Let's go to the bottom of the ship. Yeah, there's my famous electrical grid and water. And the water and the electrical grid, and at least in my version of this game, is going to go all the way across the bottom. Of course, you don't have to do that unless you really want to. I wanted to, We're going to need a lot of water eventually, so hey, put it out of the way, put it on the bottom, and then run the pipes through. And well, this is what you get. At least this is what I got. And then of course our central storage area. From what I was reading and through on my own experience, we only need one base warehouse, and well, there it is. And we keep a little bit of everything in there. Mainly the building supplies are the only thing I really like. Eventually, something that's not a building supply, it moves on. Eventually, once I get it set up, it'll move down these lines, like this ore that's coming from the asteroids, which eventually we're going to get ore coming from these planetary bodies here. Here's our manufacturers. We got those set up. Now, I'll keep it here just for a second where you can take a look at this setup. Well, actually here, let me just fly back this way. There we go. I hope you all can see that. It looks like the oxygen barriers are definitely cause a little bit of interference. I wished we could tone that down a little bit, but it is what it is. Definitely need them. These are disabled because I got one heck of a strain on the power grid right at the moment, and let me see if I can show you what that would be, or maybe not. There we go. We're at 97% efficiency, so we got a little load on it on the grid, so we're going to have to see what we can do to get some solar powered panels put up. So that's kind of where we're at. These tubes are for future expansion. I plan on building a second level here for farms, and eventually I'd like to put the water on the second level, or at the very least take what we got here and expand it to some more icebreakers. I don't need any more oxygen producers or anything, but eventually we're probably going to need some more icebreakers, but we'll see how these turn out. I know right now they do seem to be caught up. The only ice they're getting right now is coming from the collection of the asteroids, so that's kind of where we're at this point. And then of course this laboratory here, I've been putting stuff in there manually because it's really hard to hook this up to this. So if anybody has a nice easy way to hook this up without overloading it with too many resources and stuff, let me know. The only way I can see to maybe even combat that problem is when we get these the signal, but we're a little ways away from that because we need some science for space I believe is what it's called. space science. So we haven't got none of that yet, and we're going to need to get started on motherboards, which I got plenty of those already in here where I manufacture them. But we don't have many bars of aluminum, so we need to get that going, which leads us to the next thing. Let's start putting some stuff on these planetary bodies. So we're just going to fly right over here, and let's see what we can do. Oh, I just did a scan. You can see we got all kinds of goodies here. So let's get this right here harvested. So let's press K, and let's see what kind of miners we got. Got the robots, but can't use those yet because I haven't built the robot factory. But you know what? Let's do this small drill. We ain't built none of those yet. Let's do a small drill, and yeah, right there. It'll get all kinds of good stuff, and then we'll get some. Let's see, how much power does this thing use? 3. So you know what? Our power grid's over there. But you know what? Let's just go ahead and build a new power grid using solar panels. Here we go. We only need. Oh wait a minute, that's stairs. Huh? That's not a solar panel. There we go. Solar panel. We got plenty of stuff to make them. Here, we'll put those. And of course, you know, do it however you like on these asteroid bodies. I plan on mining the heck out of these asteroid planetary bodies, and they'll be totally gone when I get through with them. So let's run the wire, and one more. Bam. We got power. And let's go ahead and set it. Oh, it's going to start doing its thing. All right, great. Now, where is the output? Is it me? Oh, there it is. It's covered up. Okay, so we're at least going to run the belts. So let's go ahead and run some belts. And we got the upgraded ones at this point. So let's get these in here. And it don't have to be perfect. There we go. All right, we got aluminum coming down the pipes. Ah, that's beautiful. A steady stream of it too. Or there was a steady stream. Oh, we need that too. All right, great. All right, so we'll let that go.